Make sure I do my. All right, the sports chit chat here today. Obviously, the big game on the dockets. I mean, we got two big playoff games here. Series that could be tied up here, ladies and gentlemen. We witnessed it last night. The Philadelphia 76ers tied the series with the Boston Celtics, and the Phoenix Suns have come back from a 0-2 to now tie it to 2-2 series. Will this happen tonight with the New York Knicks getting their victory, and will it happen for the Golden State Warriors? Both teams did get blown out. The Warriors got blown out by 30 points on Saturday. The Knicks got blown out too as well, probably like I think about 19, almost 20 points. So I mean, I think I don't know. I think today's gonna be a little bit different. I think Knicks definitely got to come fired up, motivated, play New York basketball. They definitely did not play that last game. Obviously, I know the game is in South Beach. More motivation. And Jimmy buckets, man. I don't know, man. People just think Jimmy's not that guy, but Jimmy is that guy. I'm just gonna tell you right now that Jimmy's that guy. He's that dude. He's that dude right now. And the Heat fed off that last game, and I just don't know what the Knicks did. They were competitive, but then they just got blown out. And I feel like they can't do that. If they want to have a chance to win this series, they're going to have to find a way to shut down Jimmy Buckets. Let somebody else beat you, but not him. Because he's getting whatever he wants, basically. And he's taken over, and I mean, it's showing. It's showing. It's showing in this series. But then you got the likes of Maxi Strus stepped up again. You got Gabe Vincent. You got the Gabe Vincent. You got Caleb Martin stepped up. Kevin Love is like fucking turning the clocks back and playing good playoff basketball. For an old guy. Let's give Kevin Love some fucking credit and some respect. He's He's doing his thing down there in South Beach right now. I mean, the Cavs kind of didn't want him, discarded him, let him go. And so he came down to South Beach, which, hey, it's historically good for players that are, either leaving their primes or just guys that, hey, they just maybe need another rejuvenation. And that's what has happened to a lot of the players that have come to Miami and rejuvenated their career. I mean, Kyle Lowry, for example, he's starting to play better as well. So that's why you got the Miami Heat playing the way they are playing, and the reason why they blew out the Knicks. But I think today is a different ball game here, different game. I think Miami's got to be ready for that too. They got to be ready for the schematics that, Julius Randle really's got to step up. You got R.J. Barrett needs to, they need these guys, but they also need the guys to come off the bench and really provide solid minutes and solid, whether it's providing, getting a screen, hustling for a rebound, keeping a possession alive, give your team a chance, playing tough defense, playing grime and gritty. Don't let them get easy shots. Don't let them. It's just they didn't do that last game, and that's what fell apart for me, in my opinion, in the New York Knicks. Yeah, but I think today they play a better ball game. I think they play a much more motivated game as such. And like I said, I'm going to give out my picks here. I just want to kind of touch base on the Knicks and the Heat. And really, to my knowledge, there's nobody really hurt right now that is, that hasn't played in the series yet. Obviously Tyler Hero won't be coming back in the series, obviously. And, Well, let's see here. We got, as I speak of it here, I mean, I don't know. ESPN sometimes is a little fishy about things. We got Emmanuel Quickly. He's a game time decision here. I don't know exactly what's. They got Jimmy Buckets is also a game time decision. Caleb Martin's a game time. Haywood Highsmith is game time, and Udonis Haslam. Talk about old. Talk about guys that was on a championship team with Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh and those fellas. You got Udonis Haslam, bro. Shit, man. He's like I want to say he's like the Frank Gore, bro. He's like the real old man on the block out there. He's just still doing it. And so definitely the game's gonna be on TNT tonight, Miami, Florida, at the Acacia Center. Man, it holds a capacity of 19,600. I mean, I'm sure there'll be probably more than that when they, because it's playoff time. So, like I said, Miami got the best of the Knicks here, 105-86. So, yeah, it was definitely a 19-point defeat there. But, obviously, these teams are competitive here. You got Boston and Philadelphia. They're battling out now. It's 2-2. So that series is, pretty much go any way now. And so, the Knicks definitely control their destiny tonight here. They need to really step up to the plate. Stephen A. Smith thinks Julius Randle really needs to step it up, and he's just. But to me, I can't really fault Randle. I mean, unless he's just totally fallen off the map, where he's just bad, where he can't shoot, he's a defensive liability, and then it's kind of okay. I think he didn't have the best game he could have had, and he didn't dominate like he should have. But I think sometimes it's just not the game, and maybe this game is his game to dominate and prove to the doubters like Stephen A. Smith. I mean, I'm a believer in Julius Randle. Always have, always will. And I believe Julius Randle is a solid all-star. He plays well. But, there is times where he doesn't play well. And his game does affect his team. And, going forward for this team to win a championship, you're only as good as certain players can take you to. And at this point, Julius Randle, he's been an all-star, but we haven't seen Julius Randle just go fucking playoff mode like fucking Jimmy Buckets. Okay, we'll just use an example in this series. Jimmy Butler is just going ham, going crazy. He went ham against the Bucks series. I mean, this man is laying it on the line, and obviously Julius Randle's a bigger, different type of player than Jimmy Butler, but Jimmy just got that kill. He's got that instinct that he wants the ball, he wants to take over, he's going to. And to me, Julius Randle is not that type of guy. Julius Randle can dominate a game. Yes, he could dominate and he could take over a game. But I don't think Julius Randle, to me, is that dude that's going to just, by himself, will this team to the next round. But, like I said, I think this is going to be a good game. And this game could definitely, don't be surprised if Julius Randle doesn't come out here and just like I said, as far as a star that needs to really step up there, yeah, definitely Julius Randle needs to excel his game to go to the next level. For me, we're not gonna say Jimmy Buckets here. I need Bam Adebayo. Where has he been for the Miami Heat? Where the hell has he been? I mean, it's been nice to see Kevin Love and some of these other guys really step up. And Jimmy Butler say, but where has Bam Adebayo been, that dominant guy? He's supposed to be this dominant center, big guy, right? This is the most dominant center right now in the game, which I doubt that, because I'd say, MVP, man, Joel Embiid, and last year's MVP, Nikola Jokic, definitely hands down, run circles around, Bam Adebayo. But I'm not saying Bam Adebayo is a bum either. I think Bam Adebayo is very talented, but, he is just like Julius Randle. I mean, he can dominate, he can have his big games, but he can't just take the game over and just will the team and do it, like I said, like Jimmy Buckets, or, I mean, you look at the Suns series, I mean, Suns don't really have a bench, let's be honest. It's got to come down to the will of Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, and DeAndre Ayton mostly. I mean, I think Chris Paul's banged up, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know. I might have to double check myself here, but yeah. But tonight we have the Knicks and Heat is the first game, 7:30 Eastern on TNT from Miami. Miami is favored. I'm letting you guys know, Miami's favored, -4.5. -4.5. And then we got the over-under is 208, 208 and a half. And so far in the series, I mean, Game 2 went over, Game 1 did not, and Game 3 definitely did not go over. So, that being said, I think this game definitely can go over 208 today because I think the Knicks got to come out stronger here and got to put up more points. Or being fucked with, or I don't know what's going on out there, but all right. Then we have the next game. Bring up the next two teams here. My man All-Star, appreciate you checking on the check-in All-Star. Sorry if I missed you, brother. But we're gonna put the Lakers up here because they're playing once again at home, playing the Warriors. And definitely was a blowout loss for the Warriors last game here. But there was a lot of foul discrepancy as well. I'm not, we got to look at that. We got to take that into perspective. I understand it's going to be in LA, but you can't have one team shooting 29 free throws and the other team shooting like 8 or 10. I mean that shows bad discrepancy. And that's how entirely you get blowouts, because of shit like that, Like, I hate to say it, I mean, but that's, alright, I had the Lakers somewhere. Oh, here I am. My ass is just not looking in the right place. Oh, we're going to blow it up a bit here. Blow it a bit. There we go. There's the Lakers here. We'll get the Warriors up here now. Talk about that game next here. Like I said, we'll break down some X factors. You got some baseball, definitely. We're going to get into some... We'll talk about the baseball. Like I said, most people, we're not really worried about, we'll break it down who's pitching and all this and that. And I myself have got to put my my streak on the line here. All right, so we got Lakers and the Warriors. Can't be said enough that like I said, the shot discrepancy and just the Warriors just kind of we're being the Warriors. And, AD dominated again, along with D'Angelo Russell. And LeBron hasn't really had the dominant series. He hasn't really dominated this series, I'm not saying he's been carried, but, he's had a little help from his friends. Which, a lot of times, LeBron is carried. And it's kind of nice to see other people step up. And, that's what kind of can help LeBron's game and continue to have his longevity if he doesn't have to really, kill himself for 42 minutes or 40 minutes or whatever, however long the games do go. And so that helps them out a bit. The Warriors, they've been game 7 and they've just kind of been, you see just guys are just tired. Just there's some frustrations, I think. Personally and honestly, I think the whole beginning of the season where Draymond and Jordan Poole got into it, I think that's kind of, I'm not saying it's rearing its ugly head, but you can definitely tell that this is definitely a different team that won it from the championship last season. There's some distinction, I would say, which, I think Jordan Poole thinks he should be able to play more, and I don't think they trust him as much, and they're going to side with Draymond more, which to be honest, without Draymond, the Warriors, without Draymond helping Steph and Clay and these other guys, I mean, the Warriors would be in trouble. I mean, if you didn't have Draymond, you had to rely on Looney, Kevon Looney, and you had to rely on some of these other guys to basically fill into that role and truly play small fucking ball. Um, would be truly a disaster. But I think Wiggins, a lot of other people, and I think Poole's getting a lot of blame where he shouldn't get some blame. I mean, yeah, he should be playing a lot better than he should be. Yeah, of course, he definitely should be. But I think he's getting blamed for stuff that definitely is not really. I wouldn't say it's his fault. I mean, he's took some questionable shots in here and there, but I mean, Steph Curry's jacked up a lot of questionable shots. Being for the superstars, when you're in the playoffs, I mean, it's the biggest game, and we understand you're gonna huck and chuck, and it doesn't matter because you're Mister best shot in the building, bang bang, big shot Bob out there, but that also costs your team sometimes if it's the difference when you're hitting at a great amount of clip, but that doesn't always translate in the playoffs, especially when you're on the road. On the road, sometimes you got to get those threes to fall and get threes at certain times, but you also got to get inside and attack. And I felt like if the Warriors attack Anthony Davis, get him into foul trouble, that's gonna hurt the Lakers in some aspects, because I think Anthony Davis, he kind of clogs at the middle. He holds it down so much for a bit. And if Anthony Davis is in foul trouble, you're going to have to make LeBron be more defensive. He's going to have to be more defensive minded, along with some of these other guys. And then you're going to have to rely on some of these other guys that, hey, they're playing well right now. But, I mean, if this goes to a 7-game series, and, and the wear and tear on bodies, that's what I'm looking at here tonight. I'm looking at the Warriors to come back, as they always do. They seem to always come back especially after a real bad loss, a 30-point losser. I definitely see the Warriors definitely coming out here tonight and playing with some champion might tonight here to respond, because in my opinion, if the Warriors go down 3-1, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. They're definitely gonna have to get this win here, because I mean, it's definitely gonna be tough here. They have to get a win. So it's a home split, and also an away split. That helps them. Now, what helps the Lakers, if the Lakers can get a win, is they basically they were on the away split, and then they won both home games. And if I'm not mistaken, I think the next game will be played. Will be played in LA, or will be played in San Francisco. Then they'll play. No, because they wouldn't play back to back the Warriors games 6 and 7. So I imagine. Well, I imagine they would have. I mean, I guess they would have to play last few games. Well, the last game would be the Warriors. So they would have one more game, and then yeah. So yeah. I mean, hey. I mean, like I said, it could be anybody's game. Like I said, we haven't seen the best of LeBron yet, and he hasn't had to go too crazy to where he had to kill himself, because I mean, obviously he's an older player, and as an older player, your body doesn't heal as well, and you stay sore for longer days of time and periods. So it says your body's not rejuvenating and not recuperating like it used to, and so yeah, like I said, I think this game tonight, I think the Warriors can definitely get this one here. That they're definitely gonna have to play definitely a lot better than they did last game. and hopefully the foul discrepancy doesn't get him either. And I mean, obviously Draymond Green's gonna get called for fouls because he's just notorious for getting. But see, what I didn't get last game was they called a technical on what was it, Moody, I guess, Moody for grabbing homeboy in the thigh and the leg, when Dennis Schroeder did that to Draymond the game before, and they called that a common foul. Now, see, that's what I don't get. You call it a technical foul here, but then there it's only a common foul. Like, I don't get it. I mean, why you got to grab a guy's leg? I mean, you should be going for the ball, not his leg, dude. His leg is not a basketball. As far as but but yeah, like I said, definitely, big stars to step out here tonight for the Lakers here. Well, let's say, D'Angelo Russell again, Davis or LeBron. We have not seen LeBron, so maybe LeBron stepping out, having, showing out for one game, having, the LeBron playoff game where he goes off. But yeah, for the Warriors, I mean, their big three got to go crazy here. Their big three, and I think Wiggins. I mean, Wiggins needs to have that playoff game like he did against Dallas in the Dallas series, just like, same thing with Looney. Both those guys had pivotal, memorable playoff games last season, and they have not had any so far this playoffs. So look for that as far as starters to emerge. All right, let's get talking some baseball here. Let's move it to the baseball section here. As we know, it's 3:03 now. We know what time that means. That means time to set rosters here. I got my phone here. I need to make sure I got my roster set here. I got my beat the streak here. I'm on a +8 here, so I've been doing it pretty good. So, all right. So about 3:10 here, we got the Tigers here. Tigers and the Guardians here. Tigers, coming off a loss, they were basically beating down the Cardinals until yesterday. So they go on the road once again and playing in Cleveland here. So, I mean, I like Cleveland's pitchers, young pitcher, Bybee. So Cleveland's kind of They didn't really have, the series they thought they were going to have against the Twins. So maybe some home cooking can help them out today here. We got the Tampa Bay Rays and the Orioles. Okay, definitely going to be a good series. We got Shane, undefeated McClanahan, 6-0 with a 2.03 ERA here tonight, taking on Kyle Gibson here. Kyle Gibson 4-1 with a 4.61 here. So Orioles and Rays obviously are leaders in the AL East clubhouse right now. But the Orioles are fighting back. They're 10 games above 500 at 22-12 here, 9-4 at home. But the Rays are 9-4 on the road here. Interesting there. We got Rockies taking on the Pirates. Pirates are 20-15. They've been playing well. The Rockies got the best of the Mets here, so we'll see what they can do in Pittsburgh tonight here. But I don't know. Pittsburgh kind of had a little bit of struggles against the Blue Jays, so another home series against the Rockies maybe might be a little bit better off for them, but we'll see. The Oakland Athletics come to New York and Yankee Stadium in the Bronx to face the New York Yankees here that are 18-17, 11-8 at home. The Oakland Athletics are 8-27, 5-12 on the road here. J.P. Sears, who was traded to the Oakland Athletics last season here, is 0-2 on this season with a 5.06 ERA, going up against nasty Nestor Cortez, who is 3-2 on the season with a 4.91 ERA. So I look forward to the Yankees to get a little bit of payback and beat down on Mr. J.P. Sears and the Oakland Athletics tonight here. We have the Chicago White Sox here taking on the Kansas City Royals. Royals kind of finally got some pretty real runs under their belts here a bit, but still have only won 3 games at home, so not looking so well. The White Sox, on the other hand, have been playing very well here as of late. Put up 11 runs yesterday in the second inning here. You got Dylan Cease on the bump, and you got Zach Greinke. So 2 good pitchers. Obviously, Dylan Cease is the better ace on the mound. So, but you never know between these two what you're going to get here between the White Sox and the Royals here. You could get maybe the Royals beating down the White Sox or the vice versa. Good news for the Yankees here. Aaron Judge has been dealing with a hip injury. He is set to return from the IL, so it's going to be interesting to see what happens there. We got the Los Angeles Dodgers taking on the Milwaukee Brewers. The Brewers have been kind of on a slide, but they ended up getting a win against the Giants yesterday. Dodgers have been slumping a little bit early, but now have found their way around, bringing Tony Gonsolin on the mound tonight against Freddy Peralta. So should be a good game at American Family Field in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. We got the struggling St. Louis Cardinals with Miles Malakis taking on the Cubs that are 17-17, 500 Cubs, with Marcus Stroman on the mound here at Wrigley tonight. Cubs have been struggling a bit here, but come home cooking maybe help them out here. Cardinals finally got a win yesterday at home, but have been struggling, 11-24, 5-11 on the road here. So we'll see what happens. Then we have the Astros, 17-17, 9-6 on the road, with the big young ace they have now, Hunter Brown, who's 3-1 with a 2.6 ERA, taking on the Angels and Patrick Sandoval here, who's 3-1 with a 2.93 ERA. So you got a battle of aces here. So definitely, definitely runs might be a minimal here. So we'll have to see. Definitely like the pitching matchup there. We have the Miami Marlins taking on the Arizona Diamondbacks. We got Braxton Garrett, 1-1 with a 5.81 ERA, taking on Zach Gallen, who's 4-1 with a 2.53 ERA. So yeah, definitely like the Diamondbacks. They're having a resurging season with a 19-15 record, 10-7 at home. But the Marlins are hanging in there, 17-18, 7-9. Not too terrible. I mean, not too far under 500 than that like they were last season. Obviously improving. All right, next game we're talking about the Texas Rangers, 20-13, taking on the Seattle Mariners and Logan Gilbert. Seattle Mariners are 17-17. Logan Gilbert is on the mound today, taking on Jonathan Gray, who is 1-1 with a 4.4 ERA. So the battle of the 4 ERAs today. And then we have, last but not least, last game we had the Washington Nationals taking on the San Francisco Giants. We got Jake Irvin, who did not get the win last outing, but did pitch pretty solid. He has an ERA of 2.08. And then we have, for the Giants, we have Anthony Discaino here, who's 3-1 with a 2.13 ERA, so not bad. It's not bad. Like I said, the Giants have been playing well at home. They just lost yesterday, so, I mean, the Nasty Nats have been trying to get themselves past 500. I mean, the Giants trying to get back to 500 baseball as well. So, two teams trying to find their way and getting themselves in the streak or keeping their winning streaks alive. We'll see. That will be the final game. And then, obviously, we got NHL hockey here. All right, we got the Tigers and the Guardians underway here. So, can't very well bet that game unless we want to jump in there and bet it live. But we're going to check out the NHL right now. And the only game on the ice tonight is in Edmonton at the Rogers Palace in Edmonton, Alberta. You got the Golden Knights and the Edmonton Oilers. The series is tied 1 apiece. You get Connor McDavid over there was the big man here. So let's see if he can actually do something here tonight here. But yeah, I mean that's saying I mean, that's pretty much this is what we have here. So, like everybody wants to know, where am I going to make my bets tonight? Where am I putting my proverbial money where my mouth is here? Well, I'm gonna look at the site here, and let's get a refresh here because I like to refresh because obviously the Tigers and the Guardians. I mean, like I said, I liked Cleveland's pitcher, but I kind of stayed away from that game. I bet the Tigers yesterday, and it kind of didn't sit well with me. But they are resurging and getting better, so that's a good thing for them and their ball club going forward because a lot of people thought, well, they were going to be the real shitty ball club. No, I think it's going to be Oakland Athletics. And then you got Kansas City, a short second. So, you're waiting for the semifinal cheat sheet here? Okay, I mean, I personally don't really care about that. Alright, so let's get to the proverbial what are we going to bet here? Alright. Like I said, I'm a believer. I'm a believer that these series can be tied up here. So I'm gonna put my faith in the New York Knicks on the money line and the Golden State Warriors tonight. All right. Baseball here. Ooh, we got WNBA preseason today here. We have the Seattle Storm here against the Phoenix Mercury. Hey, I'll take a chance. Hey, we got WNBA tonight. I'm gonna take my chance on the Seattle girls plus 103. You know, I think the Mercury girls are definitely a great team. Obviously, going to be the favorite here, but I like the Seattle Storm. I like their makeup of their team. I didn't know who they drafted. I didn't know exactly who they drafted, but we'll add that into the parlay mix with the Warriors money line and the Knicks money line. Now we have the Seattle Storm, ladies, WNBA preseason. Didn't know we could bet on that, but we're gonna bet it tonight. All right. Let's see. We can still bet here. We can still bet on the Guardians and the Tigers game if we really truly wanted to bet on it. If I truly want it, I mean, well, they locked it, so no, not really. Let's see. Pirates and the Rockies here. I don't know. Let's go over 8.5 runs here. I mean, I've seen a lot of games go over here. So, alright. So, and the Rays taking on the Orioles here. I mean, it could be a pitching duels here. It could be the pitcher's duel out here. The Rays have been playing very well, but the Orioles have been pretty surprising as well. Even in where they were playing the Braves fairly well on the road. So coming home here, we'll definitely see. But I mean, Shane McCloud has kind of been pretty tough. So maybe we go with the Birds plus the run here. Let me take the Birds plus the run here. All right. We have nasty Nestor Cortez. I think we take Yankees money line here at minus 200. I mean, I think that's. I think even though, you know. Then we have Cardinals and the Cubs. And then we have the White Sox and we have the Royals here. I mean, White Sox have been kind of putting up the runs here. But who knows? I mean, I'm afraid to take the under here. Astros are actually favorite here. It's the Angels here. That's somewhat of a tempting bet here because I think the Angels have been playing a lot better. Have been playing a lot better baseball. Rangers. I bet on the Rangers yesterday here, but I like Logan Gilbert here. And the Nationals sometimes, I don't know, they don't really, sometimes they maybe not play very well on I don't want to take that here.
We left our pods and stuff over there.
Oh, we did?
Yeah. I'll take it tomorrow. I mean, there's a few left in there. I didn't make a bet. I don't know if I have time to make one.
Yeah, you have time to make a bet. There's only one baseball game that started, so. I don't know. Let's take the Angels here tonight. Here, we'll take those 7 teams. We'll take Knicks money line plus 149. Take the Warriors money line plus 115. Seattle Storm plus 110. We got the over 8.5 minus 107 in the Rockies and Pirates. We got the Orioles to cover the run and a half minus 106. We have the Yankees minus 200. We have the Angels plus 104. All right, so we're gonna put this $1.50 here. That's the 50 cents, and that way I have exactly that. And yesterday, I would have cashed my parlay yesterday. This is what the parlay was yesterday. 76ers minus the 1 on the spread. Suns minus 1.5 on the spread. Florida Panthers money line. The Seattle Kraken money line. The Texas Rangers money line. The Seattle Mariners money line. And the under 9.5 runs, White Sox and Reds. If I picked the over 9.5 runs in that White Sox and Reds game, I would have won. So would have won $115.28 here. We would have. But today here we're gonna do one parlay here. Then we're gonna do a player prop parlay here. We'll just take some players. We'll take one baseball guy. We'll take one player prop that we think is really good with the baseball. Or should we just do 2? We do 2 baseball and two NBA. Yeah, I think we do that. We'll do that as far as player prop here. Alright, so we are the sports team parlay for 5-8 here goes as follows. The New York Knicks money line here tonight plus 149 here. We got the Golden State Warriors here money line here. Plus 115. And then we got the Seattle Storm money line. That's plus 110 here. WNBA. Alright, then we Pirates. Oop. That's minus 107. Alright. Then we got the Orioles here. Oop. Orioles plus the run. Plus the 1.5 on the run line here. That is minus 106. Then we got the New York Yankees here. We're doing that New York parlay here today. New York Yankees here. Money line minus 200. And then we have, last but not least, the Los Angeles Angels here. On the money line here. Plus 104 here against the Astros here. Alright. Wrong symbol. Raise it $1.50 here. We'll cash out tonight if all 7 teams covered their legs of the parlay here. We'll make $192.51. Alright, so let's look at what we like here as a player props here. We got player props here. I mean, like I said, I like to be precise. Alright, let's get to, I might have to do my teams as well here. Alright, let's see what we can do here. We're gonna build this team parlay here. Alright, we're looking at New York Knicks in Miami. Who do we think balls out here? That we know we can ball it out. That we know that maybe didn't ball out game here, but definitely could ball out here. Toppin probably didn't have the best game last game. He had 1 assist. He had a block. He had 5 points. And at home he had 18 here. In the Cavs game he had 12 on the road. So maybe, I don't know. He had 0, then he had 5. So he really didn't do much, but he needs to, in my opinion. Alright, so let's see. Let's see what they give us for Obi here. Obi Toppin for points here. If he gets 7 points, if Obi Toppin gets 7 points tonight here, that's plus 108. If he gets 8 points tonight here, so Toppin, or let's see, Quentin Grimes here. He had 8 points there. Quentin Grimes had 8 points. He would be somebody else I would think would have to step up here, as far as like secondary position. See, he has to score like, yeah, he has to score like 11. So, like I said, it'd be more if Obi Toppin scored. Then, I mean, Caleb Martin's been kind of a. I mean, last game he didn't have. He had 22, 9, 12. I mean, he's see, that's the thing about for me. I wouldn't really want to take him because he's too sporadic. See, Jimmy Butler. I mean, I'm telling you, Jimmy had 28, 25, 42, 56, 30. So he's had at least 20 in the mid 20s here. Let's see if we do Jimmy buckets here.
This is the Lexus Variety.
I don't care about Lexus. Alright, so Jimmy Butler has 30 points. If he has 30 points tonight, that's plus 100. Alright. Like I said, it's going to have to be somebody. I mean, Jalen Brunson. Yeah, he's 30, 25, 23, 29. He had 20. So he could be somebody maybe. Jalen Brunson, let's see. His points. Yeah, I mean, he'd have to have like 28 and 3-pointers made. He'd have to hit 4 to cash, but 3 would be minus 102, which wouldn't be too bad. Let's see. See if Obi now there. Yeah, see if Obi Toppin hits 2 3-pointers. Damn, and he hasn't hit in a while. Beats down. Got Harvestine. Isaiah Harvestine, I mean, he had 2 blocks here. Points, he really didn't have too many points there. Yeah, he doesn't really have any. Yeah, so it's, like I said, it's I mean, if he hits 2 3-pointers, I mean, it's plus 190. I mean, unless like we do like Maxi Struess or something, one of these guys. I mean, well, he's got to hit 3, so that would be like, for him. It'd be like block shots. Yeah, like if he gets a block shot, which how likely is it he's had a block shot here? Oh, he had one last game. Wow. I mean, he's hit 3. I mean, if he gets a block, it's plus 400. I mean, yeah, why not? We'll put that in here. Let's go to Warriors. I want to bet Moses. Yeah, I want to bet Mosey. He had 10 and he had 5. So he really hasn't had a breakout game here. He does get some rebounds. Steals. Alright. Let's see. Let's see. Moody. If Moody gets 6 points, it's plus 100. I mean, shit. Well, this Moody he has to have 6 points. So that's my thing. Is, I mean, let's see. I mean, he had 5, 10, and he had 0. So the first game against the Lakers at home, he had 0. The second game, he had 10. Then he had 5. But he has one more point than he had last game. He's had 5, 9, and he's had a 0. I mean, it's not a bad bet here, so let's add it to the bet here. I think so far, yeah, plus 900 here. With Moses Moody will have at least 6 points. Maxi Strus will have at least 1 block shot. Alright, I gotta pick my player to get the streak here. For baseball here. Alright, so let's see here. There's definitely saying Tim Anderson here. Just because Zach Greinke's that bad, huh? He's that bad, huh? Yeah, my favorite. I mean, do I pick Joey? I mean, he's been doing pretty good. Man, Joey Manassas here. He's been. Every time I picked him here. But this, I mean, I don't know. I might want to go different here. Alright. Like I said, it's based off pictures here. Like the Yankees here, I like the Yankees' chances here. Loop. Labor Torres. I mean, Vlope hasn't really done too much. Torres has been. Oswald. Oswald. Estefan Flora. Was he having his. 31 at bats. His batting average is. Yeah. Yeah. I think I'm gonna risk by. I mean, even though, who knows? I mean, even though. Yeah, fuck it. We're gonna take a risk. We're gonna take a risk. We're gonna take a risk on this player. Oh, he's not active. Okay. I was all wondering, like, what the fuck? JD Davis here? I mean, Jock's always a good, you know. And Joey, yeah. I mean, he's been good for me, man. I mean, telling you, Joey's been. He's gotten the job he's gotten the job done for me plenty of times. All right. JP Series, he's. I'm gonna take Big Bat Rizzo here. Big Bat Rizzo here. Big Bat Rizzo and Joey Manassas here. Those are my guys there here. So, all right. So, baseball. So maybe we take Rizzo. What do we do? Take him. Take hits. If he gets one hit, or if he hits a home run. If Rizzo hits a home run, it's plus 400. Fuck it. We're gonna do that. So that puts us at 49. And then where's our other guy at again? Joey Manassas. Yeah, Alex Call. I mean, this man had 3 hits yesterday. Yeah, 1 home run. He had 6 total bases. But if you look in the other games, he's only had like 1, 2. So it's basically it's like, oh, dude. He had 3. He had 3 on the road against Diamondbacks here. And he did have a home run. So, I mean, does that make him have back-to-back games with a home run? With a hit? He's got to get 2 hits tonight. Or total bases from hits. Plus 124. Let's see the Abrams here. What's he been doing? He had 2 hits. Hasn't hit any home runs. Total bases, he had 2. By him, his odds better. So if he gets 2 hits, let's see. Dude, if he hits a home run plus 900, wow. What about Joey? Let's see about Joey's here. Damn, his is plus 900 too? Shit. Oh, man. I mean, he hit one the other night. So, well, but he could be due for a home run here. The CJ Abrams guy here, so. I don't know. I'm gonna put my money, let's put my money on this man here. He's got to hit the homer here. He's got to hit the homer here. Confirm. Let the Don King perm. Alright. Alright, so let's write it out here so I know exactly what I'm looking for to cash here on our four player parlay here. Our four play here. Yeah, we're getting a little sexual here. Yeah, don't sue me out here. Alright, so we got Max Struess to have a block. Plus 400. He had one last game, so. You got Moses Moody. Moses Moody to have 6 points here. Plus 100. And then we have Anthony Rizzo to hit a home run. Plus 400. And then we have Joey Meneses to hit a home run. And his is plus 900. So we bet $1 here. We'll cash out at $500 here, even. So yeah, so for anybody that just want to come in and know what I'm taking tonight, I'm taking the New York Knicks money line. Let's see, put it up to my lips so everybody can hear it closely. We're taking New York Knicks money line plus 149. I don't know, might have changed. Golden State Warriors money line plus 115 when I took it. Seattle Storm WNBA women's against the Mercury on the money line plus 110. The over 8.5 runs in the Rockies and the Pirates. The Orioles to cover the run and a half on the run line. The Yankees to win money line and the Angels to win on the money line. That $1.50 bet will cash us out $192.51. Then we have our our 4-player prop. We call it the 4-play here. We got Maxi Struess to have a block plus 400. Moses Moody to have 6 points. Anthony Rizzo to hit a home run plus 400. And Joey Meneses to hit a home run. I mean, they just got to get a regular hit for me on my bet streak. But I'm betting him on here to hit a home run. So and like I said, they got best chances to get a hit. Anthony Rizzo has a 64% chance to hit. He's batting 283, 36 for 127. He's gone up 127 times, so he's had 127 at bats. My man Joey Manassas has a 67% chance to get a hit with a .277 ER batting average. I was gonna say ERA, but there's batting average. He's 39, and he's been up 141 times, so he's been up quite a few more times than Anthony Rizzo. Has three more hits than Anthony Rizzo, but we'll see here tonight here. But yeah, that's basically the bets here for what I'm gonna be doing and what I'm gonna be talking, popping, moving, shaking. But yeah, hold on, let me see if I can change it to the. There we go. Give everybody a good old taste there. Good old taste of the. Alright, so there she is. Anybody wants to see, that is what I wrote my parlay down on. So that is for the top here. And this is the 4-play player prop. Alright. There we go. Alright. So, that way we can show you, what I'm talking to you about here as far as the sports. Alright, got the New York Knicks, money line, Golden State Warriors, Seattle Storm, got the over 8.5, got the Orioles, got that. So those are the bets for the day. Criticize them if you may. Say what you got to say, but we're gonna break even here. Hopefully we're gonna win. Like I said last night. Watch, I'll show. Well, let me just. If I could just show you what I did last night here. This was last night's parlay. Okay? Oops. We had the 76ers minus the 1, they covered and won. We had the Suns, they covered and won. Panthers, they covered and won. Kraken, they covered and won. Rangers, they covered and won. Mariners covered and won. But the under 9.5, it went over. If I would have just took the over instead of the under, I'd had 115. That was yesterday's, okay? That's yesterday's. And that was the second parlay here. So we're gonna get underway here. Before I get off here, let's get a sports update here. Let's get a sports update here on some Major League Baseball games right now here. And have NBA games gonna be starting here pretty soon. So Tigers, Tony the Tigers are leading here 3-1 today. Bases are loaded. Only one out now. One out, and you got Badu. Akil Badu over here is gonna. He might grand Badu it out of the park here. Tigers might be going up by more here. We got the bottom of the first here between the Rays and the Orioles here. 0-0. 2 outs. Runner at first here. Santillana is up to bat here. He got 2 strikeouts so far for Shane McClanahan here. And the Pirates and the Rockies, the bottom of the first here. Yeah, runner on first, 1 out, and Andrew McCutchen is up to bat here. So just some updates here, just to update you on before we get out of here. Get up out of here. But yeah, so that's what the deal is. We'll be back tonight. We'll be back tonight for the show, for the DJ show. But this is our picks here for the sports. This is what we thought. This is what I was going for. This is what I'm leaning for. I think it's gonna win. Obviously this was yesterday's bet, but you get the point. You get the point. But